take me from the kid that was playing Nintendo NASCAR games, and then he gets in a go-kart rental on Father's Day one year. You know that.
Thanks to you, by the way. Thanks to you.
Well, yeah, because I did it a week before, and you said, "Is this cool?" And I said, "Yeah." So where I'm going with this question is, Bob, what was the feeling like? You're crossing at VIR or you're crossing at Road America, the finish line, and you're thinking, I was a video game kid driving a rental go kart. And now, as you said, you're in $100,000 formula car. And and again, I'm not insulting you. You're a nobody in the racing world. And everything you did was nothing anybody gave you. It was 100% you earned. I see you tearing up almost
Yeah,
on screen,
a little bit,
right? But
it's too early in the morning to cry. Too early in the morning to cry.
What's that feeling like of accomplishment to know you got there all on your own?
It's gratifying, and one of the biggest things that I believe in is, hard work, right? Like, somebody's always going to have more money than you. Somebody's always going to have more talent than you. Somebody's going to have more, whatever, but you can always work harder than the next guy, right? So that comes to, nightless hours of building sponsorship proposals, and in 2018 to figure out how I'm going to afford to go Ignite Racing, and getting wonderful people like yourself and James Labonte on board to, throw me a couple bucks to, pay for a set of tires or whatever. And then stuff like, when I was working full time at Skip, putting in the extra hours and showing that, and no matter what circumstance, that you're going to stop at nothing to achieve a goal. Ironically enough, like ATA Network, achieve the achievable. There's a little underlying theme there of, anything's achievable with that hard work. But it's the thing, and I always said this on the podium too in my speeches of getting those trophies, and I just remember some of the videos of that, kind of as you mentioned, that it takes an army of people to get one guy at the top of the mountain. Um, like I mentioned, you and James, like that kind of support early on was huge. The support system at the Gateway Carplex, the people that built that program, that, like I said, that program is so unique and has allowed a lot of guys like myself that had nothing to be able to go and become a somebody. And then obviously the Skip Barber program in itself too. Like, I was a homegrown guy from there, that I had no car experience until I had actually gotten there. So, I can sit here and pat myself on the back, but it's a lot of everybody else that kind of, it's a testament of the work from myself, but everybody else around me to kind of put a like stamp of approval on, the Ignite program really builds out really good drivers. The Gateway Cartplex is a top tier facility. Skip Barber Racing School is the best racing school you could go to. And I just so happen to be a product of three really great systems. And the other thing too, like I mentioned earlier, is my dad was there at Road America. And, when I was a kid, we would put the TV, flip the TV onto the NASCAR race every weekend. And it's emotional to think that I got to take him to a racetrack and he got to see me race, and not only race, but get a pole position and 2 wins in the same weekend. So that was more kind of on him, that, and we've never really talked about it. I never told him like, "Hey dad, did you ever have a dream of being a race car driver?" Because I think most adult males probably had that dream at some point. Everybody wants to be a race car driver. Everybody wants to be an astronaut. So it was a dream realized for me, but in a way it was a dream realized for him. So I think that meant a lot to me too.